Caged Minds, Micah Frankel. We got Donald Sanchez with us here at the Jackson Wink Academy. It's been a while since we got to see you in action, and 2 weeks away, and you're traveling to Russia. Your debut with ACB 50, taking on 6-0 Adlan Bataev, or whatever his last name is. I may have messed that totally up. But first off, how you doing, sir?
Man, I'm doing real good. You know, it's been a lot of things changed. I changed up every single thing in my camps, and it's been a long camp, and I honestly feel like everything is coming to point and coming together. So can't wait for this opportunity.
All of us that know you well, that seen you through this 45-fight career, have been looking to see you more consistently on a bigger stage. You've been hungry for that bigger break. This is a huge overseas promotion. Did this change, this opportunity invigorate you?
I mean, it doesn't change anything in my eyes, how I train or anything like that, but it gives me the opportunity, you know. This ACB is probably one of the top organizations over there in Russia, and they've been actually everywhere. They're going international, so they're bringing in a lot of international talent. They're actually coming to the States next 2017, and they got some really top names. They go off of only top 100 ranked fighters in each weight division, so that means a lot to me. It's not just their own rankings, it's overall rankings.
And I'm sure it doesn't, you know, it's nothing that'll play into your mindset, but I was just checking out the card here, and Bobby Cooper, Sal Rogers, Vasilevsky. I mean, there are tons of notable fighters, including yourself, on there. So does that feel like, you know, you're in that next level of promotion, as you said, with all them being top 100 fighters in their divisions?
Yeah, man. I mean, obviously, you know, it's not where everyone in America knows the top things over here, but over there it's something that they eat, breathe, and live for the sport. So they've been doing this since they're little kids, and it's not only it's competition to myself. So that's what I feel like. I get to go over there and compete against myself, against these guys that live these things. So it's really cool.
And then I went to their website before coming to interview you, and just their motto on their front page, I think this is a perfect match. It said, less flash, more fights.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's what I've always been into. Everybody's known me. I'm not quite the talker, you know. I just like to go in there and scrap it and get the job done. So everybody knows that. It was a long time coming, and everything happens for reasons. So it all came together perfectly for me.
Now, we've seen you travel overseas. You fought for when it was 1FC back in the day. Thoughts on your first trip now to Russia?
This is the first time in my whole entire career that I've actually had a full camp, that I've got to game plan, that I've had an opponent that didn't change, and then I actually have a big contract in my hand, able to make some decent money too, something to push me more and motivate me more. The very first time in my career. 50 fights in the first time ever. All those other overseas fights were 10 days notice, 7 days notice. No excuses. I went out there because I thought I was ready for it. Obviously I wasn't then, and now I am, and I'm prepared.
Does it feel, finally, I mean, is there some kind of finally with some of the stuff, a full camp, a good opportunity, you know, finally, do you have that feeling a little bit?
Yeah, man, it feels good. It's really different. Yeah, finally, it happened. I get a full camp. More than enough for a camp. And nothing has happened. No opponent changes, no date changes, nothing, you know. It's been to the T what they said, and it's going, we're going, and that's it. You know, we have a little less than 2 weeks, so let's cross our fingers that doesn't happen now, but you know, we're good for now.
Adlan, he looks to be a very tough striker from what's seen on the internet, has some grappling ability, but I wouldn't call it, you know, a complete well-rounded skill set. So what are your thoughts? What do you think about your opponent?
It's a perfect matchup for me, man. You know, basically the only guys that have been able to beat me are really good jits guys, or these wrestlers that just sit down and hump my legs. So that's not gonna happen anymore. And to start it off, I get a perfect matchup. You know, a striker. I'm a striker as well, but I'm really good at finding where these opponents aren't good at and exposing them on it. You know, I take people's hearts with them. I grind on them, and I just keep going. I don't stop. You know, you can't teach that.
With ACB, I believe this is the first of several fight deals, so this is your home for a little bit, right?
This is my home for the next year for sure, and you know, as long as I go out and perform and show them what I'm about, it can be some big things, and they got really big plans in the future.
So have you thought about the prospect of, I just need to make a really good first impression here because it'll be the first time fighting under the banner, or you don't even think about anything like that?
You know, I used to think, I need to go out there and do that, but if you go back and look at all my fights, that's what I do no matter what. That's why I train my ass off. I train 3-4 times a day, 6 days a week, and just to go out and do that, and my work regimen shows for that. It's, I'm in here with a bunch of beasts. I've found different coaches everywhere. I go everywhere, and I'm training my ass off. That's what I go to do, and it'll just happen. It's just gonna be me. That's it. It'll be me.
How long has it taken? We know this has been a process now for here a couple years, for you to get comfortable, for you to find these right people in the right places.
Oh man, I did some major changes a few years ago. Everyone knows. It took me a couple years. I had to overcome some major injuries, some major life problems and everything like that. But everything, like I said, everything happens for a reason. So it all came together at the perfect time, at the perfect opportunity, and I can't wait to go out there and do it.
And then it's not like it'll be your first time, but you're going into somebody else's home country, their promotion. Got any thoughts on just that specifically?
No, man, I've done that plenty of times. I feed off that energy. I like it, but the good thing is like the people over there respect the sport. It's a living over there, they love it, and whoever steps in that cage, they have respect for it. Just like they did in Asia, they have respect for you. It's not disrespectful or anything like that. But I feed off of that, and I have a lot of hometown fights, but I've also been in hostile territory plenty of times, and I love it actually. So that's it gives me extra energy, and I can't wait to go rep my country for it as well. So.
Right, do you think of that something you get to be put on that level where, again, it's not just New Mexico, it's the whole country you're representing?
Yeah, man, there was big plans for USA versus Russia over the summer that didn't pan out. I was really excited for it, and then this popped up, and I really get to go rep my country in Russia. So,
what do you have to do to get the win?
Go out there and take his heart. He's never been tested. He's never fought a fighter like me. He's fought some guys with good records, but not someone that's pretty well rounded in every aspect of the game, and someone that's gonna find where he's bad at.
You've got like roughly 10 times the experience he does as a professional. How much does that matter?
It's gonna show. It's gonna show for sure. I know he trains with a bunch of badasses over there. That gym that they have, obviously the top of the top go over there, but the top of the top come over here too, from all around the world, not just from Russia. So experience is gonna show big time.
Donald Sanchez, thank you for the time, sir.
Thank you.